Okay, so I needed to jump on real quick and give an update because some things may be changing on BTC. Okay, so originally, you guys know that I was expecting this level here, 46,000 pretty much, give or take, to be at the very least, see some consolidation on the level as a way to manipulate this high, but actually tap back up into some more premium prices where there is a significant amount of supply, i.e. this region just here. So, but with that being said, we actually did, tap up way precisely just on this little wick here, the bottom of this consolidation, and then bang today straight up into it, 45,750, very shy of 46. But what I need to bring your attention to is is the previous lower swing high, right? So from an expectational point of view, we had two scenarios. Either one, we tapped up into here, or two, we stay below this lower swing high, reject, liquidate, but close below, okay? And now we're actually starting to get acceptance back below this level. We've actually had 1, 2, 3, 4 days of failure at the lower swing high, 45,000. But today is starting to print a bearish shooting star, which upon the rejection of this lower swing high, I think we may be ready to head south now, which would be good. I've kind of been waiting for it for some time, and I think it might be here. So we can Control C, Control V this one over here, get rid of that. So what we had is yesterday we came up Asia, bearish engulfing off the lows, off the high, sorry, closed back below the daily level. That was the first indication. Came down, made the low of the range, consolidation, and then today, London and New York switch, bang, straight up there, liquidate this high, Asia high, and now we're getting closures back within this range. So you could plot it to the wicks here. You can see that we didn't get acceptance above the level, indicating failure, lack of momentum to the upside before bearish engulfing on the back end of the CPI news that came out today, which is this candle here, this 4-hour candle here, and then the other one just back in within the range, okay? So now you guys also know that this was also a forecasted scenario that may play out, where we liquidate the top of this range, come down, test the bottom of the range as first target, and second target being this H4 consolidation that we broke out but not really retested or revisited, okay? So with that being said, now we've got confirmation. We can look to see the bottom of this range at 43,000 tested at the very least, and we can do a couple of different things from here. This is going to be the line in the sand. So if we quickly plot another level back up here, daily, Command C, Command V, what we may do is complete a 3 drive cycle to the highs. We've got 1, 2, and we may see a liquidation of the lows at the bottom of this range, form a double bottom, come up, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3 liquidations into the high, really tap up into that 46K, and we could also check out that little bit of supply here, tap up into here, anywhere, and maybe that can be the lower high that we were expecting. That's option 1, which, to be fair, does look the most promising, but after this daily candle, if we take out that low of yesterday, which we're not yet, that's what will give me the indication of, are we going back up for one more drive, or are we just going to snap these lows and fall? So all eyes on that closure, of yesterday's low. But on the more intra-week, 43,000 the bottom of this range, target 1, target 2, 42,000 of the consolidation, and then if this truly is to be the lower swing high that we may see A, B to C, down into 40K, okay? So you can also see that I'm actually currently short from the top of this range, as suggested in the video yesterday. So what we did is Asia printed the high. Let me make this intraday as well. I initially had it mapped there on the 30, but price came up, broke all the way above, throwing lots of wicks, but we never actually got closures above here. So it's failing over here. But if we remove this and we look at the wick, we closed above, fake out, didn't take out this new fresh little high, and then closure back below 30-minute bearish engulfing. That was entry, and now we're in profit, running 60 pip stop, just above the highs. First target 43 at the bottom of this range, which is New York lows for 4 to 1, or potentially 41.8 as that next H4 consolidation target 2 for a 6 to 1, which is decent. So this was the CPI news here. You can see we got the sell spike into these lows, manipulation. You can see it priced in there. Bang, come up, took out 1, 2, and 3 stops, bearish engulfing, and now we're falling. You can see it's all priced in. What I'm more focused on though is this daily closure. Okay, so just a quick run through and a summary. Again, what I'm looking for is closures below yesterday's low is going to indicate to me that we're not going back up for one more drive, and we're sinking down into 40K, which is that weekly level for the first test, okay? If we don't sustain and we start closing like we're doing now in 1 hour 50, then I'm expecting price to come up. You can map it here to these wicks, here, which no bodies were able to close until we broke out here. Or where I'm personally going for is a more conservative 46,200. So we can control C, control V, get a little bit more of a boost to the upside. So on the notion that we don't close below yesterday's daily low, which to be honest doesn't look very likely at the moment, just given how choppy price is, we may come down, double bottom, target 1, target 2, we may form a higher low, come up from here or come up from here, and then tap up into this level, and that'll give us 1, 2, 3, and then we can look for that big sell-off down into 40K down here, okay? Which I think the weekly's there, but if it's going to go to the weekly, we're going to come down to the 4 hour here, where it's just open structure, broken, not retested. It's a completely naked level. It's very clean. So we're just going to look at from here. But I'm anticipating some shorts like that. It's going to be fantastic. Risk-free currently on this trade. Stops are rolled past break even. So I'll be looking to take partials at first profit of yesterday's New York lows. Actually, Wednesday's New York lows, not yesterday's. And we'll go from there, really. But I thought it was important that we get a decent update. That was good. Needed it. We can see that we've taken out 1, 2 lows now. So the last 1 hour candle took out the last hour's low. So the momentum is still to the downside. However, we're probably going to face some support here. May come up, printed higher low, a lower high like this. I don't recommend taking, where's the arrow? Yeah, I don't recommend taking a lower high from here, but we can also probably sling a fib from A to B, and then we can look for that B and then C to D. Right, and then we got extensions that line up perfectly. We may even account for some wick fishing down here, get the A to B, C, and then D down into that the 61.8 extension, which would be even cooler. We can adjust that one there, and you've got the 61.8. So there's a few different variations on what may happen, but it's overall looking very clean to at least test the low of the 4 hour range. Let me clean this up. This is quite gross. Okay, so the low of the range down here at 43, and then if we snap that, 42, and then we'll go from there. But we'll continue to track it. Thank you for watching.